Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Lundridity with 1063 rating versus Dodger Wolf with 1199 rating, so it's going to be another high rated DB video, and with that being said, let's hop right in, and we're going to go ahead and see Dodger Wolf win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and decide to go first, 40 versus 46. Opening hands, we have Opening, Branded in Red, Edge Imp, Chain, Dark Ruler, and Super Poly. They have Stained, Living Fossil, Droplet, E-Telly, and Dark Ruler. So we're going to see Phantom Knight versus Branded Despia. They're going to go activate E-Telly, and then E-Telly is going to summon out Ogre because they don't play Punk stuff. Oh, it just feels so much worse. Normal summon Stain. Like, I'm used to seeing like E-Telly and thinking like, oh geez, that card's insane. But now it's just like a level 3 extender. So they're going to make Cherubini, and then, yep. They are good. They had a little glitch. Okay, effect to go dump graph effects, summon out Seer, and then get rid of those, summon Rusty. Seer effect, the special summon back out the Cherubini, and then activate Rusty. So Rusty will now go dump and set. They're going to dump Ancient Cloak, set Fog Blade, Ancient Cloak effect, banish to go search, and then that's going to go ahead and grab Boots. Special summon out Boots, Living Fossil to now summon back. Living Fossil summons back out Seer, and then overlay for Sea Dragon. Sea Dragon effect, attach to special summon. So attach Boots, bring out Ancient Cloak effect on Rusty, make it gain 800 until the end of the opponent's turn. Banish Boots, go search Shade, and then set Shade, activate it. Link those off into Assault, so they still go into Assault even though they drew Living Fossil. Assault effect now. Go grab Torn Scales. I guess if they're just making Appaloosa, yeah, it's like you could make Appaloosa without making Assault, but then you don't get the follow-up. Pass, draw Aluber. Then standby phase, main phase. Activate Dark Ruler. It's kind of crazy though, like this end board is like really, really bad against a lot of things. Like, I don't know, if I activate right, how do you win? Like, right actually just beats like the entire board. Activate Dark Ruler, and then normal summon Aluber effect, chain Fogblade, chain Super Poly to get rid of Aluber, and Rusty to make Quaddle. So Aluber resolves, go search Brain Infusion, new Chain Link, Edge Imp to go search for Patchwork. Well, that's okay. Alright, they like skipped the Patchwork. they literally just went ahead and added like what Patchwork would add. So I mean like, you know, they would be one card deeper. It's just like the same thing though. Go grab Tragedy, like almost the same thing, and then activate Poly. Whoa, why isn't your artwork popping up? You're literally right here. I was gonna say like I can see you. Poly into Guardian Chimera, and then Guardian Chimera 1, Tragedy 2. Droplet 3 to negate Chimera. Tragedy still goes through though to go grab Adlib. And then activate Branded Fusion. Branded Fusion, dump Snow, Fawn of Albaz, bring out Albion. Albion effect, to banish from our graveyard. We're going to banish Quaddle and Fawn of Albaz, bring out Mirror Jade. And then we're going to enter battle phase, attack over the Sea Dragon. Seer effect, the special summon back out. So that brings out Graph. Graph goes. Graph effect to try to summon Scarm. They let that go. Maybe you could chain Mirror Jade on Appaloosa to stop that from touching Grave, but they could Fogblade, get it in Grave anyways. So now we're going to go Mirror Jade to out Appaloosa. And then end phase Albion, end phase Scarm, set Branded in Red. Maybe you do chain Mirror Jade to, like if you planned on using it there like that, because like, you know, you want to get that set, then wouldn't you have just chained it? Or maybe attack differently. Maybe you attack over Appaloosa, then attack over Sea Dragon. Graph summons Scarm, you can go Mirror Jade effect, even if they chain Fogblade to summon back. Cool, they get Scarm Engrave, you banish a Phantom Knight instead, so probably a little bit more clean ways to play that. Maybe they just didn't know they were on Scarm. Scarm's definitely not popular. I mean, this whole deck's not popular, but Scarm is not a popular choice in this deck anyways. Pass, draw Torn Scales, and then we're going to go draw phase, activate Branded in Red, target Tragedy, grab back Tragedy, and get rid of Mirror Jade, Ad-lib, Tragedy, bring out Guardian Chimera. All 3 effects will activate, so go search Aluber, and then summon back Mirror Jade. We'll draw and pop, and then standby phase, main phase, normal summon Tour Guide. Doesn't activate Dark Ruler. We're going to go Tour Guide into Tour Guide. And then overlay those, summon Break Sword. They do have opening in Graveyard though, which can protect. So they say Break Sword summon is fine. Break Sword effect, try to pop Mirror Jade, no response. Protect it with opening. And then they can go Break Sword effect to summon back out Ancient Cloak Stained. Okay, so effect, summon back. And then, well, we're gonna go into IP. Do we have a rank 4 that could force out Snow? We play Nightmare, never mind. Why are we summoning Nightmare? Why are we attacking the Albion? What? Like, don't you want these on field? Isn't that just IP? Like, instead of going Evil Storm Nightmare, right? We make IP. We have an IP on board. We still have our battle phase, and we still have these. There's no way you're not playing IP. I don't know. Like, that's you end on that so often. I feel like you Break Sword pop. I guess they're not ending on Break Sword pop, but that's just incorrect because your end board loses to activate, right? You have to get Break Sword and Graveyard so that way you can trap, summon it back under Rusty so that way you can Rusty pop. Otherwise, literally just like destroys you like almost every single time. And that package is getting more popular this format instead of less popular. It's still not like super popular compared to before where it was in like everyone's deck, but I feel like we'll see them become more and more popular over time. Torn Scale effect, discard, go dump. Then we're gonna dump Fogblade. Ancient Cloak effect, banish to go search. So we'll go grab Boots. And then we can Torn Scale's Graveyard effect, summon itself out. I just don't see how this is winning though, to be honest. Then overlay, go for Break Sword. On summon, activate Snow. So Snow's gonna go set that. And like, still haven't used Mirror Jade, that was summoned back off of Ad-lib. So we still have Mirror Jade to interrupt them. All the follow-up, plus look how many big bodies we have on board. They're going to bring out Break Sword, special summon Boots, go for Downerd. They can't Zeus because they're locked in the dark. Make Dark. Could have even made Dark earlier over IP, and like that would have been good too. You could have went Dark effect, take a body. Like that's literally just better than IP. Like that's pretty creamy. If you wanted to still Evil Storm Nightmare Crash afterwards, you could like use one of them as level 4. I guess you want to get back to level 4, but I don't know. Like that was just it's a very bad play. Boots, go search Fogblade, which isn't enough. Set it, end phase Mirror Jade. And then we're going to get Albion. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then this, I've gone over this before. So, like, if Mirror Jade's negated and you send, like, during your opponent's end phase, like we do here, then during our draw phase, we can use the effect to send again and actually banish. So, it's a cool interaction with Mirror Jade. So I said, like, you know, this is something back. We haven't used its effect yet. We have follow-up. If we have follow-up and we stop our opponent, we win. Plus, we have infinite big bodies on board. So going on to the next game now, we're going to go ahead and we are going to see Dodger Wolf go first. Opening hands, we have Tragedy, Branded Red, Branded Fusion, Droplet, Ad-lib. They have Tracker, D-Barrier, Living Fossil, Tour Guide, Knight. Oh, the D-Barrier, Tour Guide, Knight combo. Yeah, I mean, obviously they just win this game. Tour Guide 1, Knight 2. So summon out, bring out Graph from deck, or Skarm, okay. Summon Cherubini effect, go dump Ragged Gloves, turn those into the Rusty effect, the dump and set. So we're going to dump Ancient Cloak, set Fogblade, Ragged Gloves effect, banish itself, dump Torn Scale. And then after that, we're going to go Ancient Cloak, banish to go search Boots, and then Torn Scale effects, summon itself out, special summon out Tracker, And then overlay those, summon Sea Dragon. Sea Dragon effect, detach the special. So that's going to bring out the Ancient Cloak. And they drew a Living Fossil again, by the way, so we're not going to see Assault. Well, we're not going to see, like, good Assault plays. Go for Break Sword. Hey, there we go. There we go. Even though, like, in this matchup, like, this play doesn't really mean anything because the pop against Despia doesn't do anything, but we're going to bring back, overlay, go for Evil Storm Nightmare, banish Boots, go search Wings. Yeah, it's like we just need to have a lot of follow-up because we have D-Barrier. So this is enough. Honestly, just D-Barrier like really stops this deck by itself. And then we have like the follow-up to beat them. Obviously, they can like, if you D-Barrier them, they can brand it and red on your turn and stuff, but that doesn't really matter too much. Activate Branded Fusion, chain D-Barrier. GG, well played. Alright, going on into game 3 now. We are going to see Longevity go first. Opening hands, you have Super Poly, Branded Fusion, Poly, Sanctum, Alibert. Hey! Here the D-Barrier here back. They have Fogblade, Droplet, Tour Guide, Rhoda, Droplet. Oh, Droplet can beat Sanctum if they misplay and play into it. Because their end board should be enough to force the Droplet anyways. Activate Lost, activate Fusion. So now Fusion will go ahead and dump. We're going to dump Tragedy, Fawn of Albaz, bring out Lubellion, and then Lubellion effect, Tragedy, and Lost. So go search Mercarrier, Adlib, put back Fawn of Albaz and Lubellion, bring out Mirror Jade, and then dump Albion for Mirror Jade effect to banish Alibur. Then activate Poly, get rid of Mirror Jade, Adlib, bring out Quaddle, Adlib, summon back Mirror Jade, set Sanctum, end phase Albion, set Branded in red, then pass turn they draw Renaud. Every game they drew a piece that just made Assault not work. Activate Rhoda, so yeah, we'll definitely be able to. Oh, this is for sure game. They're gonna go Search Knight, normal summon Tour Guide 1, Knight 2, special summon, and then bring out Graph. Then nothing on that summon. Get rid of those. Go for Cherubini. Graph effect. That's fine. They're going to summon out Seer. You can go Mirror Jade effect. Try to banish Cherubini. That's add that out to Cherubini. Seer goes. Seer can't summon anything back. They'll live. So they're going to go Mirror Jade. Chaining Droplet to out 2. Okay, so both of these are negated. That's fine. On resolution, activate Sanctum. Sanctum now brings out Scythe. Scythe effect to lock the opponent. And they say they're GG's. Yeah, it's like game 2 and 3. It was just like floodgate, floodgate, nice. There's not too much you could do about that with their hands. But seeing how long the match was, we can see that it was about 29 minutes long. We've seen Dodger Wolf back. You know, I don't know. Like, I like showing off Dodger Wolf, but, like, there's just no way I'm showing off Phantom Knight more, like, after this video, just because, like, the deck is so far behind. Like, it can't play through hand traps the same that other decks can. It can't go second the same that other decks can. And it can't play as many going second cards as other decks can. Its end board isn't as good as other decks are. Like every checkbox you do, like, you just start, like, oh, this is bad. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's not good. Yeah, like, you just keep going down that rabbit hole, and it's like, it's probably just not the deck you want to play right now. Branded Despia, I think, is also the deck that you don't want to play right now. But I still somewhat enjoy seeing it. I like seeing it when it's played by a good player and it goes into the grind. Despia in, like, its turn, like, 3, 4, like, its own turn 3 or 4 can be cool to watch. Like, Branded Despia Mirror with both good players playing, like, very correctly. Like, we'll probably just never see that on DB. No, we had a really good Despia player before where we felt like they were playing perfect. I think it was the Iron Man. Oh, I don't even think that went on the channel. Yeah, it was the Iron Man with oh no, it did, with Jesse, Nash, and Pack, I think. Something like that. One of those teams with the big $500 Iron Mans or $600 Iron Mans. But with all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.